Police with Firearms, 10 John Global Perspective Group Project.
Why is this a global issue? This is a global issue as there are countries out there arming their police, yet their crime rate doesn't seem to be lower than that of ones that don't arm their police. The US police tend to shoot impulsively at anyone, and sometimes even lie during a court case about it. In just one state, Oklahoma, 1,000 are estimated to die to guns alone this year. These are almost all going to be unnecessary. New Zealand are one of the few countries that currently do not allow their police to carry guns. Instead, New Zealand police carry tasers, which they hardly use.
Okay, so what does this affect? We did some research and compared a sample of countries that do and don't arm the common police officer. The results we got were surprising. Countries that arm the police average a crime rate about 100% higher, an unemployment rate 50% higher, an inflation rate 33% higher, and a literacy rate 15% lower than countries that don't arm the police. New Zealand has a crime and unemployment rate in between our two samples, but has an inflation rate and literacy rate better than countries that don't arm the police.
Why is this the case? There is obviously some relationship between the crime, unemployment, literacy, and inflation rates. From what we have found, the countries that don't arm the police are on the better end of these measures. We think that arming the police increases the circulation of firearms in these countries, which in turn increases crime. More people doing crime will mean more people in the gangs, and more people will not be employed. This means they will not improve the country's economy and will increase the inflation rate. They might not be employed because they haven't had an education, reducing the literacy rate of their country.
What do the police think? We made a survey and one answer took us by surprise. He was a police officer who has lived in New Zealand all his life. He wanted the police officers to have full-time access to firearms, even though most other police officers did not, as they thought this would affect the relationship they had with the population. He said, "In the last fortnight, I personally dealt with a gang member who fled from myself and another officer. He was concealing something when we spoke with him. While chasing him, he was trying to get out what he was hiding. He was unable to do so, so threw the item away. We caught him and went back to find what it was that he had thrown. It was a .22 caliber contained within a canvas shoulder holster. The pistol was tight in the holster, preventing him from being able to access it efficiently. We were very lucky."
So how does this affect you? Many people in this country don't understand how lucky we are. We don't seem to understand that we are one of the few countries that don't arm their police. Our country doesn't have to worry about misjudgment by the police affecting our lives, but New Zealanders always find ways to complain about the police. We should think about others and what they have to go through.
What can we do to stop this? From what we have found, a simple solution would be to stop the distribution of firearms in countries. This means having a legitimate reason to own a firearm, have ammunition bought and used on a day-to-day basis, finding and tracking down anyone that shouldn't own a firearm, and arming police with non-lethal weapons such as tasers.
A project by Holt, Kelvin, and Luca Dromgool.